Fashion and textiles is a huge industry globally, nearly $2 trillion per annum. But it also has impacts: climate emissions, impacts on nature, and most importantly, impacts on people that it tends to leave behind.
I would start with the informality of the workers, because a lot of workers do not receive a job contract.
So the house is on fire and we need to take action now.
Fashion, because it's a huge industry, can also be a force for good.
The biggest opportunities in terms of taking action are related to using better raw materials and everything that is related to processing and fabric production.
So the Good Fashion Fund is basically a collaboration between manufacturers, brands and a financing institution like ourselves, as well as with equipment providers, to demonstrate that sustainability is the way forward for the industry.
We've deployed capital in these manufacturers, mid-sized manufacturers, and we've financed equipment across the production value chain, from spinning to weaving to garmenting, all the way through utilities.
So we're measuring everything that we do on 5 goods, which is our materials and chemicals, energy, water, but we also look at the economy side of it, so what are the financial benefits, and we very clearly look at the social element.
We are a LEED Gold certified factory, but somewhere we are feeling that something is missing. And having heard about Good Fashion Fund, which is an internationally acclaimed fund provider, we thought why not engage with them and start the association with them. Whatever we have done over the years have been a total positive, in a positive framework and meeting the environmental requirements.
So EPIC has put very ambitious sustainability targets for 2030, which includes reducing our absolute greenhouse gas emissions by 50%, as well as reducing our absolute freshwater use also by 50%. Good Fashion Fund coming in allowed us to make one large investment for the project, and that made sure that our targets are on track.
Good Fashion Fund has infused the fund sometime in June 2023, post which we started our investments into 3 of our locations. In one location, we have gone in for automation, sustainable automation, I would say, where we have been able to increase the comfort of the workers, at the same time automate the factory and give a very stable production output.
There were quite a few initiatives that we had undertaken thanks to the investment from GFF. We've changed completely to biological treatment, and that has reduced our final landfill effluent generation from ETP by 87%. By this investment alone, we managed to reduce it by 52%. Besides that, the other thing that we did, the transformation in our yarn manufacturing, all because of this change, the quality has gone up, the waste that was being generated through this, that has reduced. So we started with 5 equipments, but now we've changed the entire facility thanks to the initiative, the catalyst of change that GFF was for us on this aspect.
Financial actors are like the bridge between the policy and regulations and the manufacturers, and because of the financial actors, actually the manufacturers are able to follow the policies and regulations within the framework.
We believe that to drive meaningful, sustainable innovation requires stakeholders to understand their true needs and strategies. It should not be prescribed in a generic policy. It should be related to what's meaningful and impactful to their own business.
Good Fashion Fund, the collaborative effort, has taught us how to invest better. What kind of machines give better sustainable return on investments? Money return on investments, every kind of investment will give. But sustainable return of investments for the workers, for the management, for the company, for the ecosystem.
A major lesson learned for us is financing needs to be effective. We can make it effective by giving a clear E&S framework, providing dedicated technical assistance support to mid-sized manufacturers.
Impact investing alone cannot solve all problems. A real transition can only take place if the different players come together to jointly work on their common goals.